Shiny Pokemon are a variation of Pokemon that are presented in a different color and can sparkle. Though they present no benefits in battle, these Pokemon are so uncommon that they are often sought after purely for their rarity. Fortunately, there are a few tricks that can help make the odds of finding a shiny Pokemon more in your favor. In Pokemon Legends EA, when a shiny Pokemon appears, it'll have a few visual and audible distinctions. A little chime will play when a shiny is nearby, and it'll have stars spin around it once it physically appears on the screen. Plus, once you lock onto one, it'll have a designated shiny icon above its name. The usual spawn rate of a shiny Pokemon is 1 in 4,096, so yes, they're quite rare. It's also important to keep in mind that whether or not a Pokemon is shiny is determined at spawn, so saving your game and reloading it will not suddenly make a spawned Pokemon become a shiny one. With all this in mind, if you're trying to hunt a specific shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Legends EA, you can repeatedly reload a Pokemon spawn by leaving an area and returning to it, and eventually, there's a chance, albeit a small one, that a Pokemon can spawn in as a shiny. And just as well, if you were to save your game in front of a shiny Pokemon, from there you can reload your game and the shiny Pokemon will still be there. So, if a shiny Pokemon were to appear in your game, you should save right before you battle it, as that way, if you were to fail to catch it, you'd be able to reload your game before it's able to autosave, and from there you'd be able to try again. In fact, the game has special rules for the spawns of shiny Pokemon. They don't despawn like all other Pokemon. The game will actually store a shiny Pokemon until it is either defeated in battle, caught in a ball, or, if it's skittish, runs away. This means that if a shiny were to appear near you and you leave its location, it will still be there once you return. So if you repeatedly leave an area and return to it, you don't have to worry about accidentally having missed a shiny Pokemon. There are also a few other tactics that you can use to cause shiny Pokemon to appear much more frequently. You can obtain a shiny charm by reaching level 50 in Mabel's research, and this can be done by completing her various requests that are based on catching, evolving, and battling Pokemon. The shiny charm will increase the encounter rate of shiny Pokemon from 1 in 4,096 to 1 in 1,024. Therefore increasing your odds by 4 times as much. However, this is a late game item, so for those of you that want to try to obtain shiny Pokemon earlier in your adventure, there is a bit of a trick that you can perform. So, with the knowledge of how shiny Pokemon work, logically speaking, if shiny Pokemon don't despawn like regular Pokemon, then the best thing that you can do is to force wild Pokemon to despawn and respawn repeatedly. Just go to any area where several Pokemon regularly respawn and then frequently leave and revisit the area until a shiny appears. You can either walk up to a wild area gate and try to see Pokemon from the outside, and then leave if you don't immediately see a shiny Pokemon, or you can freely warp back and forth between locations. The other thing to do is to see if there is a bench within a wild area and just regularly sit on the bench to fast forward the in-game time. Doing so will cause the Pokemon in the area to respawn, and again, shiny Pokemon that appear won't be erased until they are battled. As such, you can warp to a wild area, see if there are any shiny Pokemon roaming about, and if not, you can sit on a bench to refresh your chances. And your odds will be at their highest if you are performing this method with a shiny charm in your inventory. Good luck and happy hunting! Let us know which shiny Pokemon you've found in the comments down below, and for more Pokemon tips and tricks, check out more of our guides here at IGN.